What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Greg J. Just thought I'd come on here. It's been a minute since I've come on and live and done a coffee conversations with Greg J. There's been a lot of things going on in life. And what a year this has been. A lot of crazy things going on around us when we look at the news, when we look at social media, all of the things that are hitting us across our news feeds have us wondering what the heck is going on. On the other hand, personally, there's just been a firestorm of events happening. Our super producer, Rhonda Love, has gone on to be with the Lord, and she's now an ancestor. And so we're definitely mourning her loss. Life is just not the same without Rhonda Love. And so, yes, I'm grieving, processing grief, moving forward. Life is markedly different without my partner. So there's pivots that are taking place, pivots that need to happen. Life goes on until it doesn't. I miss Rhonda very deeply. And I'm very thankful to the Lord for having her in my life at the time that she was here in my life. And I'm thankful for the things that we were able to accomplish together. Throughout her sickness, she certainly suffered. She certainly battled, cancer valiantly, without fear. She did that. Well, what is markedly profound about her battle, as I watched this unfold from start to finish, is that she also took time to think about others. What are others going through? How are they managing this sickness, navigating the complex medical systems, finding out that American medical systems may not be for us, exploring treatments, wondering why there is no cure for this disease, but yet you can send man-made vehicles to the Mars and to the very reaches of the universe. Why isn't there a cure? Why isn't there better treatment? Why isn't the medical system positioned towards curing as opposed to treating? It's all a big game. And so as we talked about that and we wondered about people who may not be able to advocate for themselves as strongly as Rhonda advocated for herself and kept herself educated and in tune with the latest advances in cancer research and cancer treatment and medical systems and all of that. The girl was a researcher. There's no question about it. But she was also caring enough for community, those who may not have a voice, those who may not be able to express research and advocate for their care. And in that same spirit, I'm thinking about those who have loved ones going through the battle of cancer or any type of serious disease. You're watching your loved one fight with every fiber of their being. And then you see that, treatments aren't what we expect. You see them battling. It's not like, you can't do anything. You're helpless. It's not like you're going through it. That your loved one is going through it. They're the ones feeling the pain, the discomfort, the side effects, the effects of the medicines, the news that they're getting from their uh, attending physicians, right? But you're sitting right there with them, and it's affecting you too. And there's nothing you can do about it. And it's a very stressful feeling to watch, um, to be there. And it affects your psyche, it affects your health, it affects your stress levels. And shout out to everyone that may be going through this. You know, it's a cliche, but it does ring true. Stay strong. Manage your stress. I don't know how you do it. I do it by running, prayer and meditation, especially early in the morning. Could use a little bit more of that. I do my best, but could use a little more. But shout out to all those who may be going through a cancerous situation. In the meantime, the world around us is seemingly going to hell in a handbasket, as they say. A lot going on around us, man. The wars upon wars. Recently, I guess earlier this week, might have even been yesterday, but earlier this week, Israel did what they called a precise strike against the Hamas leadership in the nation of Qatar, where they were gathered to negotiate ceasefire. And whatever happened, Israel decided to attack that space and try to eliminate the leadership of Hamas. And it's being condemned all over the world, right? And I watched the United Nations Secretary General condemn the actions of Israel. But there was a part in his remarks that was very, very profound. He was saying that across the world, nations spend more on war than on building peace. And he had some facts and figures there. The numbers he was spouting were in the trillions of dollars. How nations all across the world are spending the resources, the money to wage war, to kill, to destroy, to maim, to utterly murder one another, as opposed to investing in vehicles of peace and wellness, getting along, cultural exchange. It's a profound revelation to me. Like, why are nations, mankind is just out there killing one another, so much to the degree where most of their resources are going towards that evil perspective. Now, I think service in the armed forces is a noble thing. I think, a nation needs to have a standing military. I suppose that's just what it is. But it's also, I think, needs to be from a standpoint of preserving peace. There's so much evil in the world that mankind has decided that he wants to spend all of his resources, the majority of his resources, towards killing. So how do we overcome that? You see that all of the machinations at these high levels of government, agree or not agree. I mean, we can see evil at work. It's crazy what's going on in the world around us. And, this adds to your stress level. This adds and affects your wellness. This adds and affects your mindfulness. How do we live in a society that is motivated by war? I don't know. I choose to keep my head to the sky. I choose light. I choose life. This is what the Bible says. You have a choice of life or death. I choose life. And Jesus said he came to us not to condemn, but to give us life, and that more abundantly. So that's how I choose to live. Is it easy? No, no, not at all. Life be lifing, as we say. But at the same time, y'all, we have to be steadfast and never give up, never turn away from the light. Walk in love, love one another. Don't worry, y'all. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Have it great day. Make it the best day ever. Peace and blessings.